Look at us! Fully formed studio, lighting everywhere, cameras everywhere.
Lights, action, camera.
You guys are awesome. I'm so excited to have everybody here today. Of course, I really wanted us to go meet a client who wanted us to come help him with his business management and his bookkeeping. His business is disorganized as hell, and it's going to bite him in the butt where the CRA and taxes and revenue agencies are concerned, and that's no way to run a business. There's never been a disorganized business that didn't eventually fail. And what you want to do is organize it enough that it becomes a perpetually growing, like it's like rolling a rock. Eventually what you want to do is get it rolling fast enough that you can just nudge it in the correct direction and it just keeps going and picking up steam, right?
RPMs.
Momentum. So yes, so this gentleman, I feel like it's actually an important point to make, is that what happened was there was no commitment. He made this appointment twice. We all got ready to drive up there and help with whatever stacks of paperwork were there and whatever problems were there. And then this person canceled on us twice. As you guys know, I have a 2 strikes, 3 strikes rule. If you can't commit and I have to drag my whole team out at the crack of dawn, and I put gas in my car, and we have every intention of going in there and sorting this thing out. I don't like wasting my time, and I don't like wasting your time.
Say that again.
Period.
And time that's taken away from us is income that's taken away from us, right? It's not a no to this person, but as I let them know through text, if you want us to give you a third chance to help you out and sort out your business and sort out your issues, we're going to need a down payment. We're going to need a monetary commitment that is non-refundable upon cancellation. And that way we're going to assure that even if there is a cancellation, it doesn't completely waste our time. Because time that is given to one client is time taken away from another. And when that client cancels, then we're left with 0 on the clock. And I'm not doing that anymore. Any questions?
So this person just canceled last minute, right? And there was verbal confirmation.
There was verbal confirmation and through text, so technically written. So verbal is, text is considered verbal, but it's not. It's actually in writing. These are screenshotable. As a Scorpio, the receipts are available. Mm-hmm. We are on red, right? At a certain point, it's not a misunderstanding. At a certain point, if you're not enabled enough to do the job, then the person doesn't actually want the job. No matter what they say, no matter, like, there has to be an actionable way to proceed forward, right? So for example, this person says they really need the help, has gone out of their way, wasted their own time making contact, making plans, provided information on their location, their identity to us, but we could have been anyone. Like, yes, this is a company that functions under NDAs and is a legal corporation that you can Google and find, and the government knows us. Right, Steph?
Yep.
But, like, this is someone who needed help, clearly, but they canceled twice.
Right, so what's that separation between them needing it and them actually taking initiative?
And committing to it.
Humans are weird. Sometimes people know what they need, but they can't commit to doing the action to change the circumstance. This is something that also appears in families with substance abuse, or with anything in life, really. Changing your financial circumstances, with getting out of a bad relationship. Everyone knows what the need is, right? Like, very, very few times are people willing to surrender to the mess, you know, and say, well, that's what I know, this is what I am now, bye, you know what I mean? And if you confront them on it, there is a shame to surrendering to the mess, but subconsciously, they may not be at a state where they actually want to change anything. Go ahead.
Your thing's blinking, we might be out of battery on.
How very dare you. Does that make sense? The gap between knowing what you need and doing what you need is a wide one for a lot of humans.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
So a
monetary... Not our circus, not our monkeys, right?
Not our circus, not our monkeys. I think people get it twisted. Like,
psychological issues.
You've hit the nail on the head. We are business management. We're not business coach. We're not therapists. Yeah, that's not what we do. We are not being paid to explore people's psyche, unfortunately. Either people are ready to address the real issues and the real steps that are written in stone business-wise, because business isn't, it's how it's been done since ancient times. Since all merchants were doing it. All we are is a merchant, right? You have a service or you have a skill or you have a product that you are selling to people, and that's how you make your money.
Me flavored water, 15 cents. Come taste my knees, 15 cents.
That's how you make your living. The only complication is psychological, I have found in my experience. And that's something that I'm constantly trying to convey through the business rules online.
Yeah, I think we can all relate to that too.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. This isn't my first rodeo. I started running my parents' business when I was like 17. I've had companies that I've started that have failed, and I figured out on my own that like it doesn't need to have an emotional weight. None of it should have an emotional weight. Actually, you just need to see where the blockage is and clear it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's money plumbing.
The first thing we gotta do, shut off the water supply.
Oh, did I do that?
That's an Urkel reference from the show Family Matters. You remember that?
Ew.
Yeah. Pop the zip, but don't mutilate yourself.
100%. So, it's almost a blessing that we didn't get that person. We, yes, it's a dent in money we were expecting, but I like to see it as an opportunity for us to then plan differently and do things differently.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
publicity is our biggest. I really want to get our publicity, our image clear, and what we do being clear. I really want to make it clear that what we do here is chemistry, not art. What we do is a numbers game, right? It's like we follow the rules. We have experience following through business growth and pushing it in a certain direction based on steps that already exist. We're not inventing the wheel, right? We are up on technology. We are up on marketing. We are up on social media. The tools change, but businesses are the same since the beginning of time, right? And what we do is we look at the problems. So the main problems to stop a business are ironically every position here. Okay? So this is, if you have a blockage in any of these positions, your business is not going to function properly. So we have CFO, money person, the person with their eye on the money, sorting it out. That's a huge one. You need to know what the fuck your money's doing, right? Whether you've paid your taxes, you need to be operating legally, all sorts of stuff like that. And you need to have a plan for what the fuck is happening, right? Then we have Chief Operations Officer. Someone like me, the Chief Executive Officer, I am so tired. I have been doing this. When I started, I was by myself, right? I was doing all the things. The services, the marketing, the money, the everything, including being a mom, including being a partner, including my own life and having a senior parent and all that shit. It sucks. It sucks balls. It sucks balls. The best thing I ever did was take what little money I had coming in and bring on someone who could take some of the load off so that I could function as a human. Did it make me a little poorer than I could have been running my own business? Absolutely. Was I nervous because now I have a person relying on me to succeed? Yes, absolutely, because that person's well-being now relies on me actually fucking doing the thing that I said I would do, Two things to learn from that is you better bring on the right person, and I've been through, as I always say to people coming on the team, I have hired and fired about 15 people in 2 years, right? I want to give people a chance. I see potential in people, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and I don't waste anyone's time, right? Because I'm wasting my time and I'm wasting their time. And wasted time is wasted money, and I don't have that. It gets even more precarious when you do hire someone that you do like, that you are invested in, and you need to support them, but then you have a lame egg in like the other person that you hire. Because now it's two people's fates that you have to protect by chopping off the weakest link, right? So, yes, is it cruel to let someone go? Nobody likes being fired. I've been fired. I'm thankful for it. I've let myself go from jobs. I think I've told some of you this story where I've been like, hi, I'll see myself out. This isn't for me. And I don't want to waste either of our times. Thank you, bye. You know what I mean?
But like working to get yourself in that position where you have the choice too, because like not everyone has that choice if they're like unhappy, and like also with hiring and firing people, like letting them go before it gets toxic, you know, and like if you are invested in them, like knowing where that line is where they are dead weight, and like even if you do like them, knowing that like you have to put your business first, like
It is hard.
Yeah.
And I'd be lying if I didn't say that it took practice. It took practice. The first time was horrible. And I must confess that I did not know what I was doing. And so I did not handle it properly. Those are mistakes that I learned from and that I regret how I handled it. Do I regret the firing? No. In fact, I wish I had done it sooner, clearer, calmer than how I handled it. And I wish it hadn't gotten so personal.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a big one. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because this is people's lives, right? But I feel like, honestly, it was not doing those people any favor either, that I hung on for so long. I think it became selfish because it became about the sunk cost fallacy. Do we know what the sunk cost fallacy is? Anyone? This is something that is useful. This is a huge idea in business because it applies to so many areas of business where business owners become blind. Sunk cost fallacy. I think I'm spelling that right, but I'm not sure. With that situation, not only was I emotionally invested in those people, but I was invested in how much time and money I had spent training them to my own detriment, to the point where I was literally holding their hands through their jobs, and I had invested so much in those people that it almost hurt me to tell them that I could no longer do it. Selfishly. That was selfish. That was not the best action. I should have assessed what both of us were not able to give each other, and with a clearer, non-emotional head said, thank you, this is not working. Sorry, you guys. You know? But someone from the outside with less experience would say, but you were just seeing these people as people. You didn't want to fire them. I wanted to fire them. They were a lot. They took a lot of emotional energy that I could have been focusing on furthering us along and making our work situation less precarious and therefore less stressful. So several things there. There was a control element where I could not trust them to do what I needed them to do competently. This is the biggest one, where I was like, I have spent so much time on these people that to fire them now would set me back all the months that I had spent committing to them.
Yeah, you almost let yourself go into denial, like thinking they're going to snap out of it.
I don't think it was even that conscious, Darren, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this is great. This is great. These are great. That's great. This is great. This is working for me. Slow tear. I have never, ever been happier. As I crumble under the needs of employees on top of my family, on top of my business, on top of everything. And like, if I am exhausted, I can't be a good mom, I can't be a good employer, and I can't be a good partner. Like, everything became neglected. My health was neglected, and I'm still the moneymaker, right? Like, I'm still the only one in the business generating income. Supposed to be carrying it, and that contributed to the catastrophic apocalyptic explosion that occurred, that then forced my hand to separate these people and to fire them. And it also ended friendships, which is sad and heartbreaking. because those people were great as people, not as employees.
Yeah, and I think like you as a healer, you want to like open your energy up and like be there and be like emotionally supportive and create a safe work environment, but like
1000%.
you still have to like draw that professional line, and I think people get a bit confused.
No tea, no shade, no pink lemonade.
In
I
the
got
gray
confused.
area.
I have to admit that was a learning experience all over the place for me as a business owner who was employing people for the first time. Is yes, it's my nature, right? Like, I'm not a fucking psychopath billionaire. I wish I was. Things would be much easier.
Money, please!
But I have learned that I need a particular personality that is similar to my own in my company. So I have lots of empathy in me, and I want to have empathy, and I see it as an advantage. To see the people, to always see people, and not just numbers. But I am very pack and tribal in a way about effort. So the people that I see on my team that are helping me lug the weight across the desert, don't fuck with me, don't fuck with them. And if I have to cut you and give out more money to other people who are hauling your weight, I just gotta do that.
Yeah.
And it's not that I don't have empathy for that person, but in the trolley, do you know the trolley experiment?
Yeah.
A runaway train is heading towards 5 workers on a railway line. There's no way of warning them, but you're standing near a lever that operates some points. Switch the points, and the train goes down a spur. Trouble is, there's another worker on that bit of track too, but it's 1 fatality instead of 5. Should you do that?
I would definitely run over the individual for the money. That's a choice that I would make. It sucks balls. And I'm not sure that's the correct answer. But that is my natural tendency. And it has worked business-wise because I want to grow my team. So the way to do it is, for me, personally, this is how I choose to do it, is to keep adding the right people to the pack. And that way we all haul it further, faster, harder, stronger. And there's no resentment, because resentment in a team will kill a business. Every time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It also kills morale and the motivation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Well,
the
that's
incentive
thing.
for people to
If
do
I
anything.
am not
Yeah.
strong enough to hold that line, why would anybody be motivated to do what they can to help? Right? Like, there's definitely a balance between being like a cutthroat, inhumane person, but also like holding the line for the rest of the team at a certain expectation, at a certain bar. Right? Because then that poisons the efforts of everyone else.
Yeah. Because somebody has to pick up the slack somewhere.
Yeah. And so, like, when it comes to that, in a weird way, you are being... I like to think that I am being merciful to humans, just not the one who's not helping everyone else. Who's being kind of selfish. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like exchanging energy.
Exchanging energy and
Yeah.
income,
Yeah.
right? It's about the energy and the resources. And right now, we have limited resources, so where do they go? They go to people who are the most deserving, who are doing the most work. That's how it should be. Okay?
Yeah. And I think I'm happy here. I can't speak for you guys, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we all are like very happy and comfortable here.
I love that. Thank
Yeah.
you. And I'm honored, honestly. I'm a human. I have certain experiences and education, but I'm just a human, and I'm flawed, and I need other points of view, other brains. The one thing that I can't compromise on is integrity and drive. Everything else can be learned. Integrity, drive, empathy. Integrity, drive, empathy.
Yeah, morals.
Yeah.
And respect.
Yeah.
You can't grow those. They either come with the person or they don't.
Yeah.
You know? And that's been the case with some of the firings as well, where these people are qualified, they're good on paper, the quality of the work when it's done is good, but I can't rely on Can you get a shot of Darren blowing on her coffee?
It's tea.
Is it tea? Look at that. That is a face that has blown on many a dick.
Oh my.
Like you did their nails on their penis, and you're like,
Got a couple loose pews.
yeah. And this is what it's like to work here.
Yeah.
HR!
Join the team, guys.
Join the team. Anyway. I have hired and fired in total 16 people. And every time I did that, I felt like I was getting better every time and learning something new every time. So Darren was number 13.
Try
Still
me, bitch.
here. Still here. And has been promoted to Chief Operations Officer. My right hand knows how everything should be running. Then we have our Chief Marketing Officer, CMO. That is Ikram. Ikram was number 15 because we had Mr. Z, who was highly qualified on paper, but not motivated.
He was 12, right? One before me.
No, he's 12.
He was
Like 12 years old?
No, I wish. The mentality was that.
Oh.
But he was number 12 on the employee scale. And then we had DD,
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
who was not great. Also unmotivated.
Yeah, she was really good for like the first day. Like she was great her first day, and then
It's so sad when you say it that way, but
Yeah.
that's true. It's true.
yeah.
And then we had two lovely young people after that who found it hard to focus on tasks and were not goal oriented. Brilliant, nice people, wanted to do their best, but just didn't have like the focus to do tasks that were money yielding. So lots of organization that I didn't ask for, but no completion of money making tasks, which was very frustrating for me as an employer, because I'm like, I have to, if I'm emptying my money into your wallet, you need to help me refill mine, right? Like it's a give and take. So yeah, and then Steph, our CFO, who is amazing, our Chief Financial Officer, is number 16, going so well. And this is it. That's the team for now. It's awesome. I'm really excited. I finally feel like we're at a level where I have everyone I need in order to shoot forward as opposed to crawl my way forward. Please subscribe, follow. There's more wacky business adventure to come. And watch the shenanigans. We'll talk about what our grand goal is next time, where we're headed. You might like it. There's a surprise coming up. So yeah, like and subscribe. Why?
If anyone has any suggestions for future videos or content, drop a comment in the comment box below. Bye!